Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Tarifi, and today we're going to be reading this book called Kindness in the Neighborhood. Sam thinks superheroes have the coolest jobs. Imagine spending every day saving others and making the world a better place. She feels pretty lucky to be a superhero herself. Like all the greatest superheroes, Sam has superpowers. She can't fly or run at super speed. She isn't super strong, and she doesn't fight bad guys. Her superpowers are greater than any of those things. As a kindness crusader, she changes the world every single day by helping people and spreading happiness in a very super way. Mom, I'm heading out on kindness patrol, Sam said. Then she hurried to the door wearing her kindness crusader helping hand wristbands and cape. A-OK is the way, Samantha, her mom called after her. A-OK is the way, Mom, Sam agreed, repeating the official acts of kindness cheer. Who would need a helping hand today, she wondered. Across the street, she saw Mrs. Johnson struggling to take out her trash. Her face was bright red, and she was huffing and puffing and couldn't move the bin an inch. Wait, Mrs. Johnson, let me help you, Sam said. She looked both ways before running across the street. Sam grabbed the bin's other handle, and together she and Mrs. Johnson easily rolled it down the driveway and parked it neatly at the curb. Oh, thank you so much for your kindness, Sam, said Mrs. Johnson happily. A-OK is the way, Mrs. Johnson, Sam replied. A kindness crusader is always here when you need a helping hand. As she rounded the corner, Sam spied Mr. Guzman weeding his garden. He was tugging as hard as he could on a big weed and landed with a thump on his backside after a leaf tore free in his hand. Sam hurried over to help him to his feet. Could I be an assistant in your garden today, Mr. Guzman? She asked. That's very kind of you to offer, Sam, but caring for my garden is a grown-up job, he replied. Oh, Mr. Guzman, I know I can do it. In my family, we always say, the more hands, the lighter the work. Well, I suppose there's no harm in giving it a try. I could certainly use a little help, he agreed. Sam dug right in, and Mr. Guzman couldn't believe his eyes. Just as she had predicted, when they worked together, weeding his garden went twice as fast. After Sam and Mr. Guzman had pulled up the very last weed, they stepped back to admire their work. Your garden is beautiful, Mr. Guzman. I've never seen so many flowers in so many colors, she said. Sam knew that kind words made people smile as much as kind deeds. So as a kindness crusader, she said nice things as often as possible. That's very kind of you to say, Sam, and I must admit you were right. A little help did save the day. Please accept this flower as a thank you gift. Oh, Mr. Guzman, it's the prettiest one. I'm going to share it with someone who needs a smile. Excellent. It makes me very happy to know that a flower from my garden will brighten someone's day. A-OK is the way, Mr. Guzman. I'm off to finish my kindness patrol. Sam didn't have to go far. Miss Clark, the mail carrier, was having a very tough time. A hole had ripped in one of her mailbags, and a whirlwind of letters was spilling out all over the sidewalk. As fast as she chased, she couldn't catch them all. Miss Clark, let me help you, Sam called. Oh, Sam, I would be very grateful for a helping hand. Kindness Crusader, to the rescue! Sam sprang into action, scooping up as much mail as her arms could carry. As a team, Sam and Miss Clark gathered all of the mail before the wind carried it away. You saved the day, Sam. People are so happy when they receive letters in the mail. Because of your kindness, I can finish my deliveries and make your neighbors smile. A-OK is the way, Miss Clark. A kindness crusader's job is to spread happiness. I'm glad I could help you. One of the best things about being a kindness crusader was that making other people smile felt so good. Sam felt herself smiling too. Back at her house, Sam took out a piece of chalk and began to draw on the sidewalk. Kindness crusaders like to leave friendly messages to cheer up people who pass by. As she was getting to work, her new neighbor came over to see what she was doing. Hi, I'm Marcus. We just moved in next door. Can I help? He asked. I don't know, Sam replied slowly. Drawing was her favorite thing to do, and she was used to working on art by herself. Oh, Marcus said sadly and started to walk away. I understand. When she saw the disappointed look on Marcus's face, Sam changed her mind. She remembered how nice it felt when Mr. Guzman decided to let her help in his garden. Plus, Marcus was new in the neighborhood. As a kindness crusader, she always tried to be a friend when someone needed one. Wait, Marcus, don't go. You're right. 2 artists would be better than 1, Sam said. She handed him some of her chalk. Great, said Marcus happily. I'll start coloring the letters at the other end, and we can meet in the middle. They quickly got to work. In no time, the message was finished. This is really cool, Sam. Thank you for being kind and letting me help. This is the most fun I've had since we moved in. Sam and Marcus were working together to put away the chalk when Sam had an idea. I draw messages like this because I'm a kindness crusader. It's the best. Would you like to be a kindness crusader too, she asked. Absolutely, Marcus said excitedly. There can never be too many kindness crusaders, Sam declared. We can start tomorrow on your first day of school. Marcus was smiling as he walked back home. A-OK is the way, Marcus, Sam yelled after him. See you tomorrow. Sam picked up her flower from Mr. Guzman. She had one last thing to do. Mom, Sam called. Hi, Sam. How was Kindness Patrol? Her mom asked. It was a great day. I wanted to share some kindness with you, too. Here's a flower from Mr. Guzman, the best flower in his garden for the best mom in the world. Sam's mom smiled from ear to ear. Thank you. What a lovely thing to say. I guess kindness can lift spirits in the neighborhood and at home. You're right, Mom. A-OK is the way. No matter where we are, Kindness Crusaders change the world every day by helping people and spreading happiness in our very super way. Acts of Kindness Challenge. Are you ready to be a Kindness Crusader?